Hello everyone, Adam here with Livingston Financial, and I am back with you today for a super fun video, the 5 bad habits that are keeping you poor. Here's the deal, you want to be rich, I want to be rich, and in today's day and age, there is absolutely no excuse as to why you cannot be. We all have smartphones. All the information that humanity has ever recorded pretty much is on here in the palm of your hand. So yeah, no excuses. Once you have all of the information that can get you rich, which this YouTube channel gloriously provides, you only have one thing blocking your path, and that is your tendency to continue your bad habits. Humans are habitual creatures, and humans tend to rationalize their behaviors constantly, whether or not those particular behaviors are in their best interest. Now, because humans often have a rough time analyzing their behaviors, I'm just gonna get on my soapbox and do it for you. I'm not gonna go forward with the intention to make you feel good and warm and fuzzy about your finances because I am gonna tell you the truth. And the truth is that you may view me as a hater or somebody who judges you. However, lots of people make stupid decisions with their money, and you are probably one of them. Do you ever wonder why some people are richer than you are? It is because those people have different behaviors than you. So don't cry like a little sissy baby when I tell you why you should act a certain way. Now that we have that disclaimer out of the way, let's have some fun. If you're still with me, press the like button and subscribe to Livingston Financial. I have a new video every single Wednesday filled with great personal finance advice that will help you get rich. Alright, here we go. These are the 5 bad habits that are keeping you poor, starting with number 5, not budgeting your money. Budgeting your money is the only way that you'll be able to see the potential outcome of what your money can bring you. You need to sit down, take some time, maybe get a little snack, and you need to take inventory of what you're spending and what you're saving. As stated in my previous video, how to get rich and retire early the easy way, your time until retirement depends on one factor: your savings rate as a percentage of your take-home pay. The only way you're going to find out how much money you're spending is by sitting down and putting in the effort to see where it's going. Here's a bit of a warning for you. If you've never budgeted your money in your entire life, you are going to make yourself feel sick when you see how much money you actually spend. I'm speaking from personal experience, and I believe on the behalf of most people that once you see the ungodly amounts of money that you're spending on stupid shit for the first time, the demon of poverty will be exorcised from your soul. Budgeting is going to be the way where you determine what your bad habits are. Therefore, not budgeting is probably the worst habit that you can possibly have. Isn't that funny how logic works? From now on a monthly basis, you're going to sit down and see how much money you're spending and how much money you're bringing in. No excuses, you absolutely need to do this. I don't want to hear from you that you do not have the time, that you're too busy. No excuses, because if you are not willing to budget, you fail step 1 and you are never going to be rich. It's as simple as that. So bye! Now, I understand that some people may need help with the process of budgeting if they've never done it before. So in the near future, I will make a video dedicated to my entire process to creating a budget. I don't want to keep you guys waiting though, so if you'd like, I can send you my personal Excel spreadsheet that I use to track my budget and spending. If you want it, please just leave a comment and I can get that to you. This has been a revolutionary tool for me to use because every single day I've been logging my expenses, forcing myself to look at what I'm spending and catching my bad habits immediately as they happen. The 4th bad habit that is keeping you poor is trying to impress people. One of my favorite quotes of all time from bald finance extraordinaire Dave Ramsey is, "We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people that we do not like." There was an immediate shift in me once I internalized this principle. We all know that it feels good when people recognize you for something that you've done or something that we've accomplished, but if you've ever been on a social media platform, you will know that some people go overboard. I hate to break it to you, but your possessions are not a measure of your self-worth. I know so many people who I am in contact with regularly who refuse to drive old cars, refuse to wear old clothes, and are always filling their living spaces with a bunch of stupid shit that they don't need or use or can afford. I want you all to have nice things, but I also want you to be free from the stress of financial instability. So stop living above your means. This ties into the number 3 bad habit that is keeping you poor: credit cards. Remember everyone, I am totally in favor of using credit cards responsibly to build your credit. It can be a very useful tool. However, there are too many people that just fall into this easy trap. Everybody always raises this point with me. Yeah, Adam, I pay my bill in full and I get free cash back, so credit cards are actually good. Here's the deal. For most people out there, credit cards are bad because if not, how are they in business? How are the credit card companies in business if it's their job to lend money to people? So if they were a good thing for most people, then they wouldn't be in business. Do you see how that makes sense? Credit cards are just under the larger umbrella of loans. You should really be avoiding loans at all costs. I can understand a mortgage because you're building equity in an asset that you're most gonna likely get a good return on. So I can see the advantages of that. Car loans, lines of credit, payday loans, stuff like that, all bad. I recommend that you live by this rule. If you have to borrow money to buy it, that means you can't afford it and you don't get to buy it. Just because you have some available room on your credit limit to where you can put an item on your credit card, that does not mean that you can afford said item. You need to save cash to buy your appliances, your car, whatever you're buying. No financing, always buy used. The number 2 bad habit that is keeping you poor is eating at restaurants and drinking at bars like a degenerate. Here's an uncomfortable pill to swallow. Eating at restaurants and drinking at bars is tremendously stupid. This goes back to my initial points about feeling sick about my personal spending. I remember in November of 2017, I spent $760 on food for myself in 1 month. This includes groceries and restaurants. However, $760? If I kept that up, that would be $9,120 a year. That is disgusting. Here are the facts, kids. You can eat extremely nutritiously for under $100 a month. Some of you may not want to do it. However, most of you need to drastically cut down on your eating expenses or you're going to be poor until you're 6 feet under or a pile of ashes. I'm going to go ahead and share 2 statistics that will blow your mind about how the average American is just terrible with money. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2015, the average American household spent $2,787 on restaurant meals and takeout, compared to $3,971 on groceries. Anyone who's decent at math will be able to tell you by cutting out their restaurant expenditures, they'll be able to buy 30% more groceries per year. The average American eating out at restaurants is 2/3 of their entire bill to eat on a yearly basis. That is absolutely insane. Here's the second statistic. 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. It gets even worse depending on who's reporting, but the Federal Reserve Board found that 50% of Americans don't have $400 on hand to cover an emergency expense. Why are you out stuffing your face at Red Lobster if your entire family is screwed if your son trashes the family station wagon? Where the hell did people just get these priorities from? People will always justify eating out with, well, we need to eat. Yeah, you need to eat ramen and bananas for the next 10 years of your life to offset the terrible decisions that you've made in the past. Get your shit together. I almost forgot drinking at bars. Now, I'm not a big drinker myself, but if I do, pre-gaming is absolutely 100% required. If I don't, I'm gonna go to a bar that charges me $6 for a White Claw. Therefore, it's gonna take about $72 to get me drunk. The thing is about bar drinking is that I think it occurs to most people that it's a terrible financial decision. However, people just ignored that when they want to go have fun with their girlfriends. I wish I could enjoy myself just drinking at a bar, not worrying about the money I'm spending. However, I can't do it. That's why you'll find me sitting there drinking $5 vodka out of a flask from my coat pocket. Also, if you go up to a group of girls and buy them a round of shots, you are a complete moron. Buy a share of McDonald's and ignore it for 40 years, you idiot. I'm sorry for getting so worked up and being so mean, but I just want what's best for ya. Now, the number 1 bad habit that is keeping you poor is wasting your time. The typical day for the average fella in America is sleeping 7 to 8 hours, going to work for 8 hours, commuting to and from work for probably an hour a day. That leaves 7 to 8 hours throughout the day in which they can choose how to fill their time. This is America. He can use that time to drive for Uber, start a business, raise a bunch of rats, whatever you want to do. Time is money, and rich people understand this more than anything. 65% of self-made millionaires have 3 streams of income. Conversely, poor people have 1 stream of income. Now, how do you think these self-made millionaires developed these 3 streams of income? By utilizing those 7 to 8 hours of the day properly. You need to be productive for those 7 to 8 hours of the day where you might be free. Some of you might have a bunch of kids and you'll use that as an excuse to be lazy. Wrong! You might only have 4 hours in a day because of that. However, you're probably using those 4 hours to watch Wheel of Fortune and do other things that are completely meaningless. You need to get to work in developing, at the very least, a second stream of income. Otherwise, you're going to be relegated to the bottom depths of the socioeconomic ladder until your life is over. Most of the time, people are just wasting time. 78% of poor people watch over an hour of TV per day, and 78% of those people are watching fucking reality shows. Rich people, on the other hand, watch TV for less than 1 hour a day, and they're watching CNBC, Fox Business, and Bloomberg to see information that's probably applicable to making them more money. Now, this is a tough step to reconcile because you're gonna have to make sacrifices, and people in general just don't like to do that. That friend who you hang out with all the time who only wants to sit around and play World of Warcraft, you're gonna have to ditch him. Get rid of all those people in your life who do not want the best for you because they are not worth it. Time does not discriminate, kids, whether you're white, black, Mexican, lesbian. We all have 24 hours in one day, and we have to use those 24 hours in order to be productive. Otherwise, we are going to be poor for the rest of our lives. There is one way to hustle your way out of the eternal hellhole of poverty, and that is by using those few hours productively. These are the 5 bad habits that are keeping you poor. Now you know what to fix in your life so you can get on track to have a very successful future for yourself. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. You are all awesome. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten in my short time on YouTube. So please press the like button and subscribe to Livingston Financial. I want to help as many people as I can build a better future for themselves. I have a new video every Wednesday that will help you become financially free, so please press the notification bell as well so you're reminded when I upload. Also, what bad habits do you think I missed? Leave a comment. I'm sure there's more bad habits out there that are keeping you poor, and I want to hear them. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a terrific day.